Hello, my lovely children. We are going to work on what bird are you today. So, if you were in my class yesterday, so today that you're hearing this, this is Thursday or possibly Friday. You were in a class Wednesday, depending on what class you were in. We did actually start this, but for the purposes of creating one video and only one video, I'm going to start from the very beginning. So, if you do have part of this done, you know how to fast forward, I trust, so you'll be just fine. So before we get going, let's do a run solution to make sure we know what we're doing. So it says, how do you handle new situations? I've got to choose one of these. And so what am I going to pick? I'm going to pick letter B. And then it says, how do you most like to spend your time? I'm definitely not a rock climber. Probably A. And then it says my final score is Falcon gets 0, duck and sparrow is both 1. So I'm more of a duck sparrow hybrid type, it would appear. So we are going to determine what type of bird we are. We're going to use A, B, and C for multiple answer choices for our input. We're going to add point values to our bird variables. We're going to track the personality type. We are going to increment those to keep score, and we're going to use some conditionals right here, if else conditionals. And then if you're feeling froggy, you can add in your own questions, or you could add in a penguin personality type. Whoa, what kind of penguin personality would that be? Pretty chill, I assume. I don't know. Likes to swim, I would guess. So let's start off at line 8. Line 8 says, set 3 variables, falcon, duck, and sparrow. Assign each the starting value 0. So we go falcon equals 0. Pretty straightforward. Why does that look weird? Oh, because my cursor was on it. And then we go duck equals 0. And sparrow equals 0. If you decide to add in another verb, it would go right there. Question number 1 says, print, how do you handle new situations? So this is pretty straightforward. I don't need to collect any input yet, so it's just a print, quotation mark, parenthesis. I'm going to show you a trick, though, real quick. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. If you have not mastered the art of copy-paste yet, ladies and gentlemen, please do so, because it's going to save you a load of time. So what I did there is I clicked my pointer finger on the mouse. I dragged it along that line to get it to highlight. Now that it's highlighted, I'm going to take my pointer finger, push down on the control button on my keypad. That is the bottom left corner. It says CTRL. I push that button down and hold it.
Yoli, please report to the principal's office. Yoli, please report to the principal's office.
And then after I'm holding the control, I push the letter C for cat. C for cat. Boom. Okay, that little activity right there, just copy that line. Okay, now I put my cursor where I want my copy to go. So you see my cursor's right there, it's blinking. I push my finger down on the control button again, and this time while I'm holding control down, I push the letter V for Victor, V as in Valentine, and there it is. It pastes. Okay, and then don't forget your closing syntax right there. Whoops, sorry about that. So that's how that's done. Now, if you happen to be on a Mac in some other location, it's not the word control, it's command. So command C and command V do the same thing on a Mac that control C and control V do. Now, let's say we accidentally make a horrible mistake. What if I accidentally deleted that? Is it going to let me delete it? Isn't that weird? Oh, no. See how I did that? Oh, no. What happened? I go control and the letter Z, and it puts it right back. Okay, Z as in zebra, control, holding that down, click the letter Z, and it undoes. All right, little tutorial there for you. Moving on down to line 25, we've got to print each option on its own line. We've got option A, I'm excited and confident in entering new situations. Option B, I don't really care either way, I'm just pretty chill. Or option C, I am nervous about new situations and it takes me a while to get comfortable. So I start with a print for each one of these, parenthesis, quotation mark. I'm going to use my copy paste powers. Highlighting this, Control C, Putting my cursor there, Control V. Remember, I'm holding Control down while I'm also clicking the other letter that I'm saying. And then don't forget your closing syntax. If Control C, Control V is too much for you, just type it out. It's okay. It's all right. Just hit the pause button on the video and give yourself a little extra time to get it typed out. No problem at all. So the next line, print, parenthesis, quotation mark, rinse and repeat. I am highlighting line B right there. Control letter C, Control letter V. Don't forget your closing syntax, quotation mark, parenthesis. And last one, parent, parenthesis, quotation mark, highlighting, Control C, Control V, and then closing syntax, quotation mark, parenthesis. Okay, it says test after this line, so let's test, make sure we don't have errors. How do you do it? Okay, so far so good. Nothing for me to answer yet. I haven't created any inputs. All right, here's my first input. It says get input and assign it to the variable answer. So variable answer goes first. So I go answer, assign means equal, then the word input, and I have to ask a question, and really the question has already been applied up here, implied I should say. See, how do you handle new situations? A, B, or C. We just need the answer. So I'm going to go your answer. Leave some space for the answer, and there it is. So they see the question here, they see the answer choices here, and then when they answer, it'll show up right there. Okay, you don't answer there yet. Remember, this is an input. You, the coder, don't answer. The user answers. When? Right here. See? Your answer. So here is where I can type whatever letter I want. Has to be lowercase, obviously, because we use lowercase. Okay, now moving on. Here's our first conditional. Remember, in our conditionals, you have one if. Any other decisions that need to be made are elifs, which stands for else if. And then our final clause for indicating any error message or general message is an else clause, okay? Starting up here with if, I go if, answer, because that's the variable. Equal, because that's how we say equal in programming. Quotation mark A, quotation mark colon. So if they choose the letter A, put my cursor here, tab over. Don't forget that's the tab button, which is next to the letter Q. Go Falcon plus equal. That's what increment means, folks. That's a vocab word you should know by now. Plus equals 1. Falcon plus equals 1. Whoops. Let me get rid of that extra space, or you all are going to yell at me and say, but coach, my code is on a different line than yours. And I'll say, it's okay. Just code. Just code. Don't worry about the line. All right, next one. Elif. Answer variable is equal to B. So we go elif. Answer equal, quotation mark B, quotation mark colon. And then the next one says increment duck. So remember, I got to tab over. This is my then block of code. So we go duck plus equal 1. Are you starting to notice a pattern here? Hopefully you have noticed the pattern. And the next one is elif answer variable is equal to C. Elif answer equal C colon. Hold on just a second. All right, now let's increment sparrow by 1. So we tab over sparrow plus equal 1. And now our else. Remember, else is over here. Else. We don't have any, what's the word? I forgot the word. Any of this stuff. Okay, it's just plain old else. And then we need to print something that indicates that it's an invalid answer. So invalid answer. Okay, doesn't have to be fancy. Now let's print a blank line to separate questions. Print a blank line to separate questions. So I guess we're going print, open, close parenthesis. Now let's test. Let's see. What's our answer? And I'm going to go A. Enter. Okay, everything works, no bugs. I don't see anything yet from this because I haven't coded for it yet. Question number 2 says, how do you most like to spend your time? So we go print. Again, I'm going to use my copy paste trick because I can. There it is, and then close parenthesis. Boy, does that save time. And then down here, we're going to print some options for here. So I go print, parenthesis, quotation mark. Copy paste is your friend. Copy paste, Control C. Remember, hold the Control button, click the C. Hold the Control button, click the V. Don't forget your ending syntax. I'm going to do it again. Print, parenthesis, quotation mark. Highlight the letter B. Okay, Control letter C. Control letter V, and as always, if copy paste is not your friend, just hit pause and type it out. It's not a big deal. Actually, practicing typing is good for you. It's good for you, ladies and gentlemen. Control C, Control V, and don't forget your closing syntax. All right, now it says assign user input to the variable answer. So we go answer again equals input, and they already know the question, so we're just going to go your answer, colon, space, quotation mark, parenthesis. And here we're going to do another if equal to A, if equal to B. You know what this is, folks? You know what it is? It's the exact same thing that you just did right here. So if you are like the copy paste genius, you would come up here to line 33 and you would just go down through here to line 55 and you would go Control C copy, and then you could come down here and you could highlight all this and Control V paste. You could totally do that. I'm not doing it because it'll freak you out. I know some of you will be like, Coach G-Pie, you did it wrong. And I don't want all that grief and strife, and I don't want to cause you anxiety. So we're just going to do it together again. If answer equal, quotation mark A, quotation mark, colon. Don't forget to increment, tab over, sparrow. Is it sparrow first? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can't copy paste. I don't know. You could copy paste and just change the name. Sure. Plus equal 1. Elif. Answer. Equal B. Don't forget the quotation marks. Tab. Falcon. Plus equal 1. Elif. Answer. Equal C. Colon. Tab over. Oh, yep, duck. Plus equal 1. And then else, colon. Tab over. Print. Invalid answer. Okay. Then we print a blank line for posterity. Print. Open close parenthesis. Test it out. Me answer A. And A, and so far so good. So far so good. No errors in my code. Okay, print a final header. Okay, print parenthesis quotation mark final scores. Whoops, not chores. Scores. Print a dashed line. Print. Whoops, not in caps. Print. And a bunch of dashes. By now you should know that's next to the 0 button on the keyboard. And then the next one says print your score for Falcon is concatenate with Falcon typecast to a string. Okay, this should be familiar. We've done this. So I go print, parenthesis quotation, start with the string, your score for Falcon is colon space quotation mark plus symbol. I need Falcon typecast to a string. So I go str, Falcon, parenthesis, and then closing parenthesis. Okay, so it's double parenthesis there. And here, doing the same thing. Print, parenthesis, quotation, your score for duck is plus str duck closing parenthesis. Don't forget it's double parentheses here. And then sparrow, print your score for sparrow is, whoops, plus str sparrow parenthesis parenthesis. All right, let's test it. Testing it. A. There's our score. Okay, so it feels kind of short. Let's. Want to do one more question? We could do one more question if you want. Where were we? We were right here. So I could go, how did we do that before? We did print and then print your choices, right? So we could say something silly like print, and you don't have to do this. You can do this if you want to. I'm just adding something extra. Print, and I could say, how are you? How are you? Question mark. That's plenty. How are you? Question mark. Okay. And then we're going to print our first choice, A. I'm fabulous. Okay. Print B. I'm okay. Or print C. I am horrible. Okay. And then based off of that, we can go if answer, whoops, I have to say input answer equals input, and then your answer, leave some space. Now I go if answer equal A. Then I can say, don't forget to tab, I can say falcon plus equal 2, because I'm just getting froggy. Okay, then I can say if answer equal B colon duck equal whoops, not equal duck plus equal 2. Then I can say if answer equal C, I can say sparrow plus equal 2. And so now, and I'll do a print empty line, right? Print, because they like empty lines. So now let's test out. This is just the extra. This is the extra. Let me give you a comment tag. Extra question for challenge. Okay, it's just an extra little question for challenge. Probably shouldn't put it there. Control X. I probably should put it there. Control V. Right? Of course, GPI, of course. All right, now let's run it with that third question. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go A, then I'm going to go A, and then I'm going to go A, because I am fabulous. Bam! So I am a falcon. Hello. Tweet, tweet. I don't know what a falcon sounds like, but that is how it's done, ladies and gents. Enjoy this. Make sure there are no bugs in your code. Get it turned in, and see ya!